my question, and thank you, Pat, for saying that. Because honestly, if we're friends, we should be able to say things to one another to assist one another out if it's helping me out. At what point is being real just giving your opinion and it's not been asked for? That's where I really want to go with it. For instance, Watu, if you and I didn't know one another, Pat, if you and I didn't know one another, verbally and spoken, if you and I didn't know one another, and we
Uh-huh.
was just walking down the street one day, and I didn't like, let's say your shoes. I want to use something trivial. I'm be like, oh, your shoes are so ugly. They don't go with nothing that you got on. I ain't trying to be offensive. I'm just trying to keep it 100.
No shame.
Right. Where do I come in giving you that information if I'm not, one, your friend? Two, who am I? I'm not the fashionista of the United States of America. And so what it turns into, that's an insult. Do you agree with that, or do you think that? I mean, like again, these people who are using it sometimes use it out of context. Again, with your friends, it's fine. I'm with you on that. But with somebody that you don't know, and you just think that you got the power to say what you want to say, how do you feel
Like for
about that?
instance,
I see what you're coming from. Like if someone like if the four of us are like out somewhere and we're having a conversation about something, and then one of us has a friend that none of us kind of really know, and then like they just kind of throw in like their opinion, but it kind of insults somebody else, and they just kind of throw in that I'm just keeping it real, kind of that scenario.
Right, right, exactly. Like, at what point does being real cross the line of being real and being real offensive or real wrong? Because
well,
being real ain't
I
always
think
right.
I think that just depends on who's actually saying it and how it's being said. Because if I want to tell you that your breath stink, I can say it real nasty that your breath stink, or I can say it in a way that you know that I'm talking about you. You see what I'm saying? So I think it just depends on how it's said and why it's said.
Or you can very easily offer somebody a piece of gum or peppermint and let them turn it down and be like, "No, you probably should have this." I mean, like, there's so
so
many other
I'm gonna be
ways.
for real.
There's so many other ways to offer assistance to somebody, and I think that what we do is we it becomes a turn off, and that person doesn't receive that information if you really being 100 about it that they don't get because you then turn them off to you.
But you know, a lot of times too, and I think it just falls right in line with what we're talking about. A lot of times when we do say we keeping it real or keeping it 100, then the person who's receiving it, oh, why you hating? You see what I'm saying?
So let me ask you guys this: has somebody kept it real with you, and you've agreed that they've kept it real, and you've either listened to them, or has somebody tried to keep it real with you and you've like taken offense to it? I think all of us can, you know, take a part of that question right there. Watu, what about you? Since you like to keep it real with people, has somebody kept it real with you and you've been like, I know this mother didn't say that to me.
Like Pat said, and like Mike said, I mean, it all depends on how it's used. I mean,
But has
I
somebody
think
said it to you? Has somebody said it to you and offended you?
of course, I mean, but I don't really take too well to criticism anyway. I mean, I have to really sit there and think about it because as Pat already knows through Twitter, I'm AK. You know what I'm saying?
AK-47, the very best there is. When you absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitute.
I'm about to spray you and get you right back. So I mean, it just takes it depends on the personality of the person who's receiving the comment or the fact because it's being kept real. Whether they take offense to it or not, and it also depends on how it's given by the person. So
I think in this situation, perception plays a huge part as well. Like the person that is trying to keep it real may not mean it in an offensive way, but how it's perceived because of how it's said, the tone that is used, the language, or the topic that is being discussed, they may perceive it as offensive.
Pat?
I will concur with the last two gentlemen that just spoke. Um, No, for real. I mean, like you said, perception is reality. However I perceive something, then that's my reality. So that's how I'm going to take it. And if you're saying something that can be meant derogatory or negative, then that's the first thing I'm going to say is, you try to be negative. And yes, I think somebody, matter of fact, Wah has said something one day to me that he was just keeping it real, so he called it, about holding baggage and stuff like that. And I thought about it and I pondered it or whatever. And even though he didn't say it in a way to offend me, it still came across as offensive because I took it that way when he wasn't even talking, you know what I'm saying, talking like that. So yes, people have said some stuff when they supposed to have kept it real with me, and I've taken it offensive. And in normal situations, I'll probably use like some choice words. But hey,
And I think a lot of people use that term when they're trying to bring the truth, to bring to light like a truth that night no one else in the conversation kind of wants to say, or they don't want to be the person that finally says, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what needs to be addressed." I'm just keeping it real. You see what I'm saying? Like if everyone keeps skirting around a particular topic, or everyone is oblivious to that big pink elephant in the room, then a lot of people will say, "Hey, I'm just keeping it real," but la 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 la, they'll use it that way as well.
Well, guys, I think we've covered on keeping it 100 or keeping it real. Are there any last things that we want to say about keeping it 100 or keeping it real before we wrap this up?
I'm just gonna keep it real. Okay, well, all y'all on here. No, I'm just joking. I don't have nothing to say.
Well, this has been another.
Not too much. Not too much, Pat. Not too much.
Mike is back and ready to.
Okay, what you mean? Not too much? Not too much of what?
Ooh, yeah. Let's keep it 100 and keep it on.
I'm just keeping it real. You ain't about to talk to me like that, homeboy.
Okay, let me try to close this out one more time. This is Invincible with 4 Degrees of Black, and
This is Verbally Unspoken.
And this is Y2 who loves to keep it real.
And it's me, your boy Pat.
we hope that you guys have enjoyed this edition of 4 Degrees of Black. And remember, keep it real with your friends and not anybody else. All right, we out.
Wait. Keeping it real. Make sure y'all subscribe and comment and rate the video.
And we'll see you Wednesday for the radio show. We out. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Invincible. And yes, I am here to make a special announcement. We will be doing Blog Talk radio sessions. How often? Every week. And it looks like it's going to be Wednesdays at 8 p.m. It's going to be for 60 minutes, which means you do 60 minutes with us, and then you go straight to Glee. Well, yeah, even though it's going to be reruns or whatever. Anyway, hey, you can listen to the show online, and you can talk to us from online as well. Now, there's going to be a call-in line, so you can call in as well. But this is what we're trying to do. If you're not going to call in and speak, we want to free those lines up for those people who want to speak. So we have somebody that's going to be running the switchboard and all that kind of stuff. But feel free to join us for 60 minutes, 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, as we go further into whatever discussion that we talked about to the week prior. Again, this is your boy Invincible from 4 Degrees of Black, and we hope that you'll come and enjoy that conversation with us. All right? I'm out.